Hey everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmoikeySteveAndMarc.
Why, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yes, and I must say it's so nice to spend time with a friendly face this evening.
You're welcome.
No,
No, but for real.
And you guys.
And you guys, of course.
Yeah, definitely. We're having some real talk tonight.
Real talk, there's a couple real big grown-up things that we have to work on.
Yes, we do, and you know we share everything with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
But
get
no,
the
things are
heads up.
kind of coming to a head.
Kind of,
right?
I would say.
You know,
yeah.
and so we thought we would fill you in because inevitably, Smokey Steve and Mark is going to look a little different sooner than we thought.
Much sooner than we thought.
And before we, get into all the real talk and that, because we do tend to share personal things during real talk, and we've talked about our health and our jobs and all that kind of stuff. Everything is fine. We are okay.
We're good.
Yeah, everything is good. Gotta stay positive.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway, so I guess the main thing is, looks like we're gonna be moving. Sooner than we thought.
Sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
So I'm home. They don't even knock on the door.
Didn't even knock on the door.
I'm home working the day. I didn't hear
Yeah.
them. Mark comes home and there's a letter taped, an envelope taped to the door.
Just like this.
That, yeah. Isn't that nice? Mark and Steve. And
Duct tape.
they had said they want to
Here's the letter.
have us out of the apartment by the 20th because they have a family member who wants to move in.
Yeah, the 20th of July.
July, like in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I was like, you know what?
part of me was so upset and scared, and then I was so relieved.
And then, like,
after.
in an instant later, we both were like,
I was like, no, this is an
this
okay
is
thing to
good.
happen. This is an okay
yeah,
thing.
we are looking at it as a good, positive thing. We are.
Yeah.
I mean, you had for a couple years, he's been like, it's time to move, want to move, kind of like,
Yeah. Like,
it's in our minds,
so there's like not as much of an attachment to, I mean, there's good memories here.
Oh, this place will always be very special
Because
to
it was
me.
our first.
Oh my gosh, our first place together.
My first pet.
Smokey Steve and Marc.
Speaking
This is
of-
where it started. It was here, in this apartment. And there's a kitty.
There's my first pet.
Have kisses? No, he wants to.
Handsome man. Okay.
Here he goes.
He'll be back.
But yeah, that was a lot of firsts here and a lot of good memories here. A lot. I mean, I felt very comfortable here. I liked it here. It was definitely small,
Yeah.
and we never really did like our landlords, but we never, not him. The
No.
owner is fine.
The owner's fine.
It's the wife.
Yeah,
She's always been a problem since day one.
yeah.
Remember, like when we were looking at the apartment, okay?
She was so excited.
Oh, she was so excited. Oh, everything is so wonderful here. She pointed to this cheap, plastic, stained and cracked paper towel holder that she drilled into the wall
Over the sink.
as a selling point.
Yeah, that. We ignored the 5 feet of brush that they now have a garden in.
Yes. It was like,
I was like, oh my god.
should have known from day one. She was very, and then right, after we moved in, then there was, and it's interesting too that this happened after the altercation we had
Curious.
when the new neighbors moved in downstairs. That was just about, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Somewhere about that,
Yeah.
and it got a little heated, interesting the timing of that.
Mhm.
And this letter, it's handwritten, and he's
In pencil, I
pencil, and he put right on there, a family I need the unit for a family member. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. Now, I know everyone's going to say that's illegal. We know all that.
Don't care.
We don't
It's
care.
okay.
We know it's legal. We're paid
Yeah.
up until
We'd
the
be-
1st of August.
Oh yeah, we're getting a little remission, I think, on the rent because we paid for the full month.
We did
but
pay,
we'll be
yeah.
leaving 10, 11 days before the end of the
If
month.
we're out by the 20th, then
So-
we want to be. So, but anyway, so we do have a backup plan. We're good, y'all. We talked about
Talk to my
his parents, and we talked to
They
them
said-
again last night.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
to make sure, and it was fine. They're like, and even bring the cats.
Yeah.
And I
They were
was like,
totally
they'll
fine
say that
with it.
now until the shit hits the fan. But
Right? They were okay.
are you sure you want to check about that again?
Yeah.
You want to see? But no, they were fine.
Yeah.
It'd be different for all of them, and an Oscar would be an indoor kitty.
hmm
And
And we both obviously are comfortable there. We lived there.
We
together
we
for
live there.
years.
Yeah, there's no weird like dynamics or secrets or
No.
whispering. It's very
No, it's actually
very
quite,
easy breezy at my
I feel
parents' place.
quite comfortable there, you know.
Well, that was home for you for 4 or 5 years.
It was.
Well, it was my whole life, but well, no, except when I was in college and out and about.
Yeah.
But most of the time I was there.
And our plan, I mean, we are looking for a place. I mean, we would really like to find a place within the next 2 weeks, just so we wouldn't have to move twice, you know.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, that's a great. Oh, it's so blessed. We're so blessed to have
somewhere to go.
A safety net. Yeah.
Yeah, and,
definitely.
You know, wedding coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot happening, you know, and a lot happening at once.
Remember how I said we don't need no shit because we don't need a registry because we're not moving.
Right. Well.
There's your karma, motherfucker.
I don't know. So we are looking at it like a good thing. I'm actually excited about it. I am. It's a new chapter. It's good.
It forced a decision.
It did.
That we've been putting off making, basically. So this was more after 8 years, and they decide.
Yeah, it's a little bitter because, you know, first of all, to do it like that, you know, secondly, we've had a very good rapport with him, the husband. I mean, I don't even mind when he comes, like, we shoot the breeze.
We do what I say.
He's like, you know, but this really has proved that he is nothing but, he does all this stuff to shut her up, and he's done it here to shut her up. Like, he's, you know, and this is just another example of that. So I could care less about him anymore. But, and, you know.
As long as they're happy.
Yeah, right? And it makes me think.
But
remember the last people who lived downstairs when they first moved in last year, January 1st, we were worried because their first night here, they were up. It was till 4 in the morning. It was loud. Now they moved in on New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve, but we came to like them. We were fine with them. We talked to them. We exchanged gifts. You know, they were great. Yeah. And then I learned that they were moving out, and it was so sudden. I'm like, oh wow. And she's like, yeah, we're going back to New York, and we told him, referring to the landlords, you are not coming in this place until we out of here. And she was like this, you know, and I'm like, oh, you said that? She's like, yes, I did. I'm paid up till the end of the month. But I didn't get any more details. And it happened so fast, it makes me think it's the same situation, because I think they are related in some way downstairs. They speak the same language. The way she was talking about them right in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be a family member to call out and say that your daughter's not a very good mother. I tried to reassure her that her children were probably safe and that the parents looked responsible, and she looked dead at me and says, "They're not."
No, they're not.
They're not.
No.
So
their kids are bad. That one there has problem. So condescending, and so I mean, I was quite surprised at it, but makes me think they might be related, and it's the same situation as this apartment.
Because the terms of disengagement are about the same.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, they're welcome to. You want to rent a family instead of strangers? Go for it. It never works out.
Yeah, go for it. And they've never taken care of the, well, if you've watched, you know, this long, you know, they've never taken care of the place.
I said, how many years has it been since either of you mowed the lawn? Do you remember what it looked like when we got here? What's a bigger selling point to someone buying? A garden out back, or like Lord of the Flies?
Right? No, it was very bad. It was overgrown. It looked horrible back there.
The grass was 4.5 feet tall.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
I had to call him our first summer. I'm like, are you going to mow the lawn? You know? And then someone came over and mowed it. And that was it. One time that summer.
Yeah.
I mean, the roof had to be replaced twice, and it still leaks. And you probably all were around when our ceiling caved in the entryway.
Yeah, we're here for that.
3 times they repaired it, and it's still. I'll get a picture of it and show you what it looks like now, because it's looked like this since they fixed it.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't take care of the place. Now, I'm just, you know, trying to say this stuff because how many times have you heard people say, you know, my landlord's out to get me. I'm innocent. I'm perfect. I've never done anything wrong, only to find out they never pay their rent. They have parties all the time. That, you know, but in this situation, really, we haven't done anything.
No.
we didn't. It was not like that. If anything, I upped the value of their property with what I had done outside. the repairs that we needed done in here, his
My dad
father
did
did them.
Because I didn't have 3 months to wait for him to text his guy.
Or send someone over that
knows what they're doing.
Yeah. So,
just because someone's dressed like a construction worker, just because they look dirty and they have Timberlands on,
right,
doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean they know what they're doing. It just means they were dirty.
Right. Right.
Just saying.
So that's ahead, and then and then of course, like I said, the last Mondays with Marc, I know I got a few comments about this. I said, I kind of detached myself from the garden, which is kind of sad, but and people are, well, oh my gosh, what do you mean? And we're garden? Well, yeah, the garden can't come with me, obviously.
Yeah.
And and they said, oh, the new people need the whole yard.
Yeah.
You need to take that bush up from the center of the yard because, well, for what reason? Oh, the kids need to be out there. They have all these toys and stuff, and a sliding board and this and that. This is what they did with the sliding board. Okay, this isn't a temporary fix. This has been up for 2.5 weeks now. That sliding board is propping their window unit up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And then if you want, look at the porch. This also has been this way for 2 weeks. This is the porch right in front of the garden.
Yeah. You got to shoot nice angles to miss a lot of that shit.
The front porch.
It looks like the house is abandoned out front.
So, I mean, if that's what they want, I mean, actually, it's kind of the way it looked when we moved in here. It looked terrible. It was run down, overgrown, but I saw the potential in it when we looked at it all those years ago, and we made it really nice. Yeah. The apartment and the yard
and the next place will be nice.
And the next place will be nice too, And so, that's just what's been up, Oh, and while I have your attention, speaking of the garden, we're still everything is going as normal, at least for the next couple weeks, before I rip it all up.
Yeah, we're gonna go out there with the hedge clippers like Mommy Dearest.
Oh yeah. You don't like the garden here. Take this.
Bring me the axe.
Yeah, right. But I thought, look, we have some beautiful beets. Look, and this is the second harvest of them, and there's more out there that I'm going to go grab tonight. More beets, and there's some carrots and radishes. So I thought, if you would like, I could share with you my recipe for homemade root vegetable chips, if you'd like. Maybe we'll do it Friday. Let me know what you think, because I still want to do whatever we can with the garden until we leave, And I thought that'd be a nice one,
Yeah.
Can't get fresher than that.
No.
Rip it out of the ground and deep fry it.
Exactly. Just the way God intended.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no, I thought we could show them, traditional deep frying chips. We could do them in the air fryer and do them in the oven, like 3 different ways.
Oh, just 3 ways to...
Because you can do it all 3 ways, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, just an idea,
Well, if any of you have already seen my community post, tomorrow is my birthday.
It's the day.
It's my birthday.
40. I know, see a lot going on.
I had some, on the community post, there was already a bunch of happy birthdays, and so thank you very much. I'm 40.
Oh, yes.
40.
The big 40.
If I just get continuously fatter each year, like the wrinkles fill out.
That's the only thing good about getting fat. You can be timeless.
Yeah, but then if you
decide to lose weight, it's like...
Yeah. Looks like someone let the air out of your face.
I know. Wow.
Speaking of, those were on resolutions, too, because those were part of trying to have some self-improvement mixed in with chaos. Like, where can I steal 5 minutes to do something healthy for myself?
Yeah. And part of Real Talk, too, because that fit in. It was...
All that stuff is still happening.
It is, yeah.
I still wake up with moods, and you still have bad days where it's hard to walk, but life goes on whether you do it or what I mean, like the world will just pass you by. We'd be in this apartment another 10 years, so hopefully we can get a first floor place.
That would be nice.
I mean, we'd be on the first floor for my parents. They don't have a huge staircase or anything, but so what were the resolutions? My medicine. I'm good.
Medicine.
I'm past the big humps with Topamax. That's gone. Next is Neurontin. And we're going to dial that back. I don't take much, so it probably shouldn't be too bad, but I've been on all of these medications for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I look like, per se, underneath the effects of they treat symptoms, but am I still having them?
Or not,
and they're treating it, or am I like in full-on remission, and then this is just making me tired?
Right.
So that end is going well. That's continuing. weight loss, it went off and on hold for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it went off. It wasn't like necessarily its own day, like weight loss. We used to have Weight Loss Wednesday, actually.
Yeah, we did.
Always did. And we'd
yeah.
weigh in and how we were doing and all that kind of stuff. But there's nothing drastic I'm doing.
Right.
And I've already lost weight on this
you mean
channel
for like
once.
regular check-ins?
For like regular check-ins with
yeah.
health and stuff like
well,
that.
we're not really, I mean, we're not a weight loss channel, but we're, you know.
I'm so inconsistent, we already had it once. If you go back to the beginning of ours, it's me, no Marc. And
it is.
And it's just weight loss and nothing else.
Smoke Yourself Thin.
Smoke
it was
Yourself
called.
Thin was the name of the channel, courtesy of Troy McClure from The Simpsons.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, but on the personal end of how it matters in my life when cameras are off, down about, I was 232 and I'm down to about 223. I think so. 9 pounds.
9 pounds.
9
yeah,
pounds.
that was the last time.
Because I remember going, damn it, it's not 10.
Yeah, but it will be.
It will be.
It will be.
I'm
soon enough, you're going to be in the teens.
I'm in a decent groove. I'm taking kind of a forgiving approach to this because I have hard habits around food. To be like not self-deprecating, like, okay, this is the goal for this meal and this is the goal for this meal. Yes, you can go to bed hungry, you'll live. You get the next thing, you know, and try to cram nutrition into there somewhere. Yeah. So it's still challenging, but it's going slow. Last time I lost weight, it was only at a rate of like 6 pounds a month. Mm-hmm. And I got down to $180.
Yeah.
So
then you maintained
on this channel, you'll find, for a couple, it took me a while to get this fat again. I had to.
Did.
Mm-hmm. I kept it off.
Yeah.
But so it goes. Yeah. So that's going well at the moment. Slow and steady wins the race. You can see my other pictures that I was like, not sucked in, but I was, 40 pounds less than I am now.
Yeah.
So I had, some stuff looks younger, some looks older when you gain weight.
Very true.
Especially your hands. Shit. How old did my hands get so fast?
It's all veins and knuckles.
Where was I? Not that I was ever a hand model or anything, but...
Well, welcome to
your 40s.
40s, you never look back because it just things that your body starts having just its own mind.
But you start to also not give a shit around 40
right, yeah, it's
people. Like, I don't.
It's true. Like, I don't care in front of you. Like, I mean, of course I want to look good in front of you and that, but I used to be all like self-conscious with you.
I was way self-conscious.
And into the relationship for a while too, you know. But that's, you know, behind me now. So, but you've been doing well. He's still experiencing the involuntary movements.
Yeah, I'm still twitching. Last night was rough. I woke myself up a bunch of times and I went and laid in bed with you for a little while and then it kept going. I'm like, there's no reason to knee you in the back every 20 minutes for the rest of the night. I'll be on the couch. And
I know you were hoping that, you probably were hoping with the removal of just this one medication.
Yeah, my hope was like, okay, now that this is gone, I'll be, it'll be better and then it'll get better and better. But I don't know that to be true. It's a lot of uncharted territory.
Right.
Psychiatric medicine is a lot of human interaction goes in with it.
Yes.
You know, diagnosis and treatment. So, well, it is what it is.
But you've been, your emotional state, you've been holding it together.
Better than usual. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's better. Am I holding it together if I don't have a crying jag that week, or if I do? Do I have myself?
I don't know. I think it's all relative. Like, I think it depends on the situation, I guess. I don't know, you know. But what I'm saying is more like your interaction, well, I guess with me, because we're not usually out too much together. No. Shopping maybe here and there, but you know, but I can tell when you're struggling, and I can tell when you're struggling emotionally too, you know, and it is concerning. And, you know, with everything coming up, you know, I worry that it's going to be overwhelming for us both.
Oh my God, I have these like nightmare images. It's like, please come to the wedding of, you know, Ophelia and Stephen Hawking. They were an odd couple, they were.
I also, sometimes, like a lot of times I like to have everything happening at once too. A lot of times, speaking of resolutions and lifestyle changes and goals, sometimes I like to be like, I pick a date and bam, you know, do everything.
Day one.
You know, this is kind of like that. Everything is just happening now a lot sooner and all at the same time, you know. So hoping that we embrace it like that and stay positive like this, you know, and we're very good support for each other.
Yeah.
And we can usually help each other out in that way. And sharing with you guys too. That's why we wanted to do a real talk tonight. It just gets it out, you know, and it helps, you know.
It is, yeah. I think it does help.
My resolutions, well, I've shared periodically through it. I hadn't done much of anything, you know, with it at all.
No, nothing at all.
And I was gearing towards when I started everything, you know, to get ready for the wedding, you know, which is coming. It's like 2 weeks away. When I was gonna pretty much hit everything hardcore, but being on the medications has made it so difficult to shed weight. They were right. I wasn't sure. It didn't work the way that it worked when I had done it before, we'll say, you know. But I'm going to be tackling that soon too. But so I hadn't updated anything because there were no updates, you know. The last I had said was I kind of just haven't done anything, you know. I had gotten down to a pack and a half a day.
Smoking was on your...
But that was it. Like, there was nothing else really to report. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
My goal is to still begin all of that for my 3 month before the wedding plan. So that's my thoughts with that. But I have been making some small changes too, as far as eating and stuff like that. You know, I had shared about my blood pressure and all that, and I've been tracking it, and the doctor's right. Not that I thought he was wrong, but you know, we've been tracking it every day, and it's high, and it kind of shook me up a little bit, you know, because I don't know, you know what I mean? It kind of did. So, and people have been giving such wonderful suggestions too, and we've been acting on them, and we're starting to drink coconut water now, y'all.
And I guess brand does make a difference, because
sure does.
When the one that was recommended to us wasn't available, I'm like, why do I think Goya's not good? I don't know why. I don't know why. I just think Goya's not all that it could be. And I found another one that was just coconut, sugar-free, no additives, no nothing. And it's not bad. I'm sure many of you have had coconut water or enjoy it. It's a little translucent.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Bit viscous.
It's an acquired taste. But
either acquired
we got
or
a recommendation for a better brand, and I ordered it. It'll be here tomorrow, so I'm excited to try that. And 12 ounces a day or so, or
12 or 16.
One of those. Yeah. It's supposed to really help with blood pressure, and did the research on it. It is fascinating. It makes sense. It's
the same pH as what was it?
Oh, coconut water is the same as your plasma.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should mention the name or not. I got this information from Tiger Talk, y'all. It's so fascinating. She's so full of information. It is so cool. But during Vietnam, they actually used coconut water, you know, as IVs, because it's the same compound or chemical makeup or however you put that as your plasma. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so interesting. But it's off topic, but it's so cool. So I love stuff like that.
Yeah, and something like that to me is easy to get on board with because it's benign. What's the worst that happens?
Right,
I have 16 ounces of unpleasant liquid till I quit.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
But then it does have to be, you know, not sweetened, not, you know, coconut
nothing
water.
Nothing fancy, just that.
Yeah.
And, like, I could get on board with that. Like, that kind of thing. So I'm doing it, too.
And I've been stirring things like, you know, we have fresh spinach from the garden. I've been like stirring that into my soup, not cooking it, just stirring it till it wilts, and like adding fresh vegetables and stuff. So I have been doing that. I have been really.
You've been less on the processed, really.
I have been. I mean,
you're buying like what, 2-3 frozen meals a week. That means 4 or 5 days
and there's
a
still
week,
2 in there. Like I didn't eat them since our haul, so that's good. You know, because I would live on lean cuisines. You know,
and Nutri-Grain bars.
Sodium. And Nutri-Grain bars, yes.
Yeah.
And tell myself, it's fruit.
Of course it's fruit. Have some of this blue juice over here.
Yeah.
Windex.
Yeah.
Well, so that's what's going on in my
So
world.
really, you know, that's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, health, I hope health holds up. You know, the knee is, 2 weeks will be next week. Since I had that procedure, I think I do feel a difference. It's not that throbbing constantly every day, that dull kind of pain every day. So that's really good, yeah. And my mood it's been up and down. I mean, just to admit, you know, it's been up and down, and because I can get overwhelmed very easily with things, and thinking about moving, the wedding, our health, our little like goals that we want to have done to by the wedding and all, and the cats and the garden and finances, worrying about like how are we going to afford moving into a new place and the wedding and all that stuff. It can get overwhelming.
Yeah.
But just keep things into perspective. Do what is in our control to do, and accept what isn't, and and stay positive. So that's the way I'm viewing everything. And honestly, I'm totally fine with moving.
I am completely fine.
Totally fine.
Moving. My parents were like, get a storage unit and
put whatever we want in
there.
there.
What you want in there, and then stay at the house for as long as you want to or need to.
Yeah.
So it's half an hour away. We both work 9-to-5 jobs in the same city down here because all our life is centered down here. We have one car and there's two of us, but
we work at the same time, and he's not in the office every day.
No, a lot of days I'm working from home.
Yeah.
So I'll probably ask my parents or offer to upgrade their internet so they have the fastest available on their provider.
Oh,
because if I'm going to use it for work,
you'll need it to work.
I'd like it to have enough for everybody to use
it,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can stretch a little farther, but more people use it.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. But they have a bathroom on the first floor now. My dad did some remodeling when he retired. So we've lived there. We lived there for years.
Yeah.
And it'll be a cool stop to make. I am half and half, like, want to still have independence, not want to move twice.
Right.
And
going there for
and make a lateral kind of move here.
Safe haven for a bit, like, rest for a minute, get the...
Don't have to wait for someone banging on the door.
Right, but...
And the wedding is in the town where my parents
live. Yeah, and the wedding is in that town,
2 blocks away, 3 blocks away, so...
Yeah.
So we'll see how things shake down.
Yeah,
I'm not worried. I'm curious to see how this all pans out. But,
yeah, I wish we could fast forward.
But if you, if you're doing... I hate to say doing the right thing.
Right.
Then it usually does all work out anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And we will.
We have a comfortable backup, so now it is just like a short time apartment hunting.
Yeah.
Is all it is.
Yeah.
We're not getting that deposit back.
And I don't even care about the deposit because I tell you, I'm not worrying about. They gave us 2 weeks. I do not care if we leave the couch here. We leave it here. I don't even care. We didn't have time to get movers. We didn't have, I don't care about any of that.
We'll leave a big pile of crap in the middle of the garden.
Yep.
And then.
Yep.
Take some clippings, though, so the garden lives on.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you that next week, too, how to propagate some stuff. Like, there are some shrubs that I kind of like the first shrub I ever bought for the garden, so I can take cuttings and still have it wherever I go next, So I'm doing that with some of my plants out there,
we go with, we bring with.
Yes.
Just waiting to see what the next stop will be.
And then, what do you say? And then we're going to bloom where we're planted.
Bloom where we're planted.
Wherever we're planted.
Exactly.
Even if we live in the car.
Well, there'd be plants on the back windshield.
Yes, there would be.
Dangling from the head.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Well, thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
For indulging us and for listening to us.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if we left you with anything. No, it's all positive. We're not. We just wanted to update you on what was going on.
We're taking it in stride. So
definitely.
We're not homeless and we're not broke.
No,
and even if nothing else changed, we wouldn't be homeless or broke. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit that thumbs up also. Yes. You can hit the alerts so you'll get new videos when we go live. It'll send an alert out because we don't have surprise lives a lot, but every once in a while, on short notice, we will.
Like tomorrow.
Like tomorrow night, we're going live at 6.
We put together a 40th birthday party for him. It's so cool.
I literally have no idea.
Well, we kept a good secret, y'all. For you guys who know, we did it on Mondays with Marc.
Occasionally he'd be doing something and he's like, don't look! Box out much? So... I'm curious to see.
And thank you for not going back to the Mondays with Marc to look at them to see what we did. He didn't. It was cool.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with y'all tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah, it was great spending time with you. I even feel a little better now after talking to you tonight. So thanks so much for spending time with us. And definitely stop by tomorrow at 6 for Steve's birthday party. And I guess that's it. You have a fantastic day, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.